Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Don't have to be too quiet. I hear LaFonda coughing in there, so she must be up. Welfare breakfast. Grilled cheese, ham. I think I got blueberry yogurt and my coffee. So I'm having fun with the air fryer. I got those sliced ham and put it in there and cook the shit out of it. Reminds me of when I had got the Easy Bake Oven, and after the cakes and everything was all, you only cook it with a 100-watt light bulb, but all the cakes were gone, so I cook everything. I remember I put hickory sticks in them and burn them and make my brother eat it. Well, he'd eat anything, so, but, yeah. So this, I don't know what to put it under. I put 450 for whatever, and just wait until I hear a crackle, and then I know it's cooked. So, I called the landlord yesterday. I hooked everything up for the 15th because everybody was saying the 15th. He's leaving the 15th. The 15th. The 15th. I got my insurance for the 15th. I'm paying for insurance over there yesterday. Internet. That's in a box. Paying for that. Not using it. Everybody's 15th, so I had it all set that we were going to move Saturday. I guess this guy, he's not moving out until Saturday or Sunday. She don't call me on Monday. Probably go sign the lease on Tuesday. But I'm not moving during Christmas. I mean, come on. All this runaround. When I said I wasn't going to move in until the 1st. Oh, we'll be leaving before that. No. Just piss me off when you make plans by them. I thought I'd be signing the lease today, and she's got to wash the carpets, and she's got to do this, and she's got to do that. Well, hell. I don't know. So I'll be in my new place. I'll have to still get groceries, I guess. Enough for 5 days this weekend because it looks like I'm going to be here. I was holding off. I didn't buy like last week. I counted how many eggs. I didn't get another egg. I got just enough to do for a week because I was hoping to be in the new place. Only bought one loaf of bread instead of two, and one can of milk. I'm out of canned milk. I didn't buy any. I had enough to do that. But I might have a plan. I get that key and everything next week. I got a plan. LaFonda had that cough and lost her voice there a few weeks ago, and it came back, but She probably needs an antibiotic. I think she got what Leah had. She probably needs an antibiotic. I'm thinking. It went away, but it came back again. She can't talk. She got to go to the clinic or doctor or something, and they give her an antibiotic. I think that's what, it's not going to go away. And he'd probably take a walk in if she just walked in and talked. All she had to do was talk. They would take her. Go in with her uniform on. They know that she works, right? Because she gets her tonsils infected, then she'll have to get them taken out. Too many throat infections. She needs an antibiotic. What I say. Gargle every night with salt water. Kill those germs down there. Leah's on amoxicillin. Good job she's not allergic to penicillin like I was. They always had to give it to me longer. Back then, they had to give me something and it wasn't as strong. Now they got all different type of antibiotics now. But they had to give me a strong dosage, because I think they only had like 2 or 3 antibiotics when my antibiotics when growing up. Now they got tons of it. Yeah. So I don't know. I'll be moved in before the new year, for sure. I got a plan, but I'll just wait on it. I worked today. It was so busy, the car wash. Oh, it's going to be busy today. Supposed to be warmer. Car wash was not. Gas was down. That was not. And then just a bunch of nuts. Just a bunch of nuts yesterday. One woman comes in. I think she had a pom-pom like what Bro has. I don't know. I didn't see it. It was in the back seat, all running all over the place. Why doesn't she have the dog in the carrier thingy? In the bay right across so I could see. She comes in. Can you watch my dog while I do a car wash? I'm like, I'm not allowed animals in here because of food license. We'll lose them. I'm not babysitting no dog. The dog don't like went all crazy when she was doing it. Take it home and come back. Want me to babysit a dog. Run all over the store. Like what nobody does. No. Nope. You can't lose our food license. Can't have dog in here. Now, if we were out at a park and the dog was calm and was on a leash, whatever, or running around, whatever, and in a park, and someone says, I gotta go do something, can you watch my dog for 5 minutes? I'd say, yeah, I'd have fun with it. But no, not at work. What happens if someone opened the door to the store and the dog runs out and gets run over? She'd probably take me to court. She looked like a Karen. You should seen the face she gave me. I said, I can't babysit your dog. I'm working. Maybe if it was in a carrier case, I could have put it in, you know what I mean? I could put it in a corner. Couldn't go nowhere. Not around the food. That's like a big maybe. But it's a bunch of nuts. Dog running all in and then all over the place in there, and she continued washing her car. She was pissed off at me. Oh well. I should have said, yeah, $100 an hour. I'll watch your dog. And put it in the bathroom. Put the lid down, put it in the bathroom, and let it knock itself out in there. Running all over the place. You should have seen it. I could see it in the car. Take your time. $100 an hour. It wasn't even like a service dog. I mean, it was a pet. So I'm done with that. I have my yogurt. Get some nutty people all the time. Just, now, I know what Jim meant. We used to laugh at the stories. He didn't work on the weekend. Make us their money. Well, he was laid off and we get called back in or whatever. He drive cab, but only Monday to Sunday to Thursday or Wednesday. He didn't want nothing to do with the weekend, like Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. He'd come home and tell me stories, but like he said, at the end of it, you just don't think anymore. Like, you just, and he had some wild stories, boy. Taxi drivers, the shit that they gotta put up with. Man. You go at night. I liked it when he did, but he didn't make any money. This was way before Uber and all that, and it They called it Joey's Delivery down home. All they had was taxis. So Joey's Delivery, a lot of times it was food, but not mainly food. He worked at lunchtime and pick up food, and some restaurants didn't have delivery, so. But a lot of it was like, say if someone had a garage and like business to business, like parts or whatever. That was pretty good. Didn't get no tips though. See, that's the only thing. The food, once in a while, lunchtime might get maybe a couple bucks or something, but who's to say, because the dispatchers, they all have their favorites. The food orders, he could have been giving it to his friend. Gave him the parts order, too, right? He got a good tip, though, because this guy was a painter and artist. And he lived quite far out of Fredericton, going towards Macadam. Beautiful house. Like a log house or whatever, but he was an artist. Because must have been in the middle of something and couldn't go in or whatever happened. I didn't see a car in the yard, so anyway. Jim got a pickup at the painting store down there on Queen Street. That's expensive. I went in before, they had a parcel, quite a big one, with that in it. I used to drive with them, drive around. I used to like it. At night or whenever I was working on weekend or whatever, because I worked in the summer. But anyway, I drive around sometimes with them. And he picked up that, and then I think he went to the frame. He had to go to another one, a framing, and pick up something. 2-3 stops anyway. And then drive it out to him. He came out, Jim drove, well, he didn't have to. They're supposed to carry everything, but this guy was fragile. So, anyways, he was like a painter. So Jim brought it into him. I helped. I wanted to see inside the house. So I helped too, right? Oh, it was beautiful. Oh, this house. This guy must have money. He must have been a famous painter. I don't know, but this house was, anyway. I didn't even want to walk in. I took my shoes off and we went into his studio. He had like his whatever. Anyways, the tip. What did he give him? He gave him a $50 bill. And it was a $50. We're talking years ago now, about 20 years ago. Or 25. Oh, about 20. 20 years ago. $50. And food and a coupon. I'm trying to think what we had down there. Wasn't Red Lobster. I think it was, where's the motel? Lobster Hut? I think the coupon was like $30, $40. Enough for two, well no, not really. Enough for one meal, but a big meal, and then you get everything and share it. For sure, I think $30 or whatever. So our lunch was coming up, so I said, plus we had that 50 in case we went over. But I told him he never ate there before, but we had one in Ottawa. Me and Mom, we would buy one and share. Because they were enough, and then unlimited, rolls and stuff, unlimited, so you just get a bunch of rolls, right? And I got a pop, he got a water, and I think it came to the coupon. But we went and ate. We were hungry. I think he got his name and he requested for him all the time. Buddy, the dispatcher, probably thinking, oh, no tip, you know. Not much money because they go by gas. That's how it's not like taxi where they go by fare. The delivery service out was something to do with gas, so you really didn't make a whole lot of money. Something like that, I don't know, but wasn't as much as taxi. You make more, but depending on how many runs, it could have been because they were on not walkie-talkie. See, he had everybody had their own walkie-talkie that he would give them, so you wouldn't be on air. So everybody like a taxi. When you go in the morning, get the key and or not the key, but you get you go in the morning, you get the walkie-talkie. Use your own vehicle. What else? You sign in or something, but you didn't go by wage. But anyway, you go get the walkie-talkie from them, and then they tell you you're on number 2 or wave number 2 or 3 or whatever. Excuse me. So his best friend could be getting 10 or 15 food orders. Well, Jim got 1 or something, you know, you don't know. So, wasn't making enough money. They couldn't keep staff because of that. I think anybody with a driver's license drove for Joey's delivery back then. It was, his place was in a house. It was on St. Mary's, right across from, well, just down from the welfare building there at the time. Just a house. Long shifts too. Wasn't worth it. Wasn't like taxi, yeah, 12, whatever, but it was long shifts. But you didn't have to you didn't have to put up with the passengers drunk and cranky and whatever, and usually the customers are pretty, like nobody really takes a fit at the Uber driver, they take a fit at the restaurant, you know what I mean, for being whatever. So, but he had a couple nice, and it seems like he was sent out, so they might have requested. But they asked for a name. He always gave his name. So, if someone requests you and he's working, they would do it. They, for sure. But, yeah, but that was the only one that he had a real good tip. Business to business, you're not going to get no tip. He, like I said, he hardly had any food orders. But they were only a few restaurants that didn't have delivery anyway, right? But I was with them. I can't remember what restaurant, but a lot of times it was going to the university, and that's a mess up in there. I got a map. I went to the Student Union building and went and got a map. I knew where the science lab, and I knew where different things were. Davery, Marshall Davery, the ones that Law The library, I knew a lot because I went to the university for a year, see? But there's these little creeks and it's mostly professors and stuff. And you lose your park in there lunchtime. You're not getting it back when you come back unless you pay for a spot. So sometimes some students, a big order, must must spend a whole class or something. Like I mean, a big order, pick it up at McDonald's or that was before Uber and skip the dishes and stuff. Yeah. Schools, teachers, they didn't have. They would do it like they were doing back then. You could bring junk food and they were having some type of party or yeah, at Weenus or whatever at the Brookside Mall. A lot of people ordered from that. They made good food and they had these party plates or whatever things. You could get them at Sobeys too, but they had these for Christmas time and stuff like that for party, I don't know, platters. One with bread and cheese, and one with sandwiches, and one with vegetables, and one with fruit and different breads, and pretty cheap too. She's back snoring, see. She needs this rest. I'm glad. After this weekend, she's done. At the first dog, right? She gave her 2 weeks. She's sleeping. I just didn't want to talk too loud. So, I won't know until Monday. She's supposed to call me. So we'll probably go in Tuesday morning or whenever the carpet is done. And anyway, like I said, I got a plan. I'll see. I have to talk it over with Ian and LaFonda and that first. I'll tell you the plan later. Want to be in before New Year's anyway, right? Oh, God, tell ya. I mean, there's no rush. But I wasn't going to move in until January. This is what gets me. I was like, even when we went and seen a place, and she was like, oh, wouldn't it be nice to be in there before Christmas and before Christmas and uh, blah blah blah, and he's moving out the 15th, and then so I'm thinking, yeah, it would be good. See, I wasn't planning on moving in until January. She put the thought in my head, then I got everything all situated. And I told her, I got bro coming on Saturday. Like, what a headache. I'll have to dye my hair. I still got some dye there. Put some in and going gray again. Usually it lasts longer, but not with this mess. Stress right out. Anyhow, so breakfast tomorrow. Rose coming in to do mukbang. I'm gonna tell him no. But he has to come in, so he has to come in. I just tell him. Hate that if someone, I blame it on him. He said he was gonna be out on the 18th. He should have been out yesterday. You know? If I was the landlord, I would have said, come on now. This girl got everything all set. You said you were leaving the 15th. She wants to move in this weekend. Not a very good landlord. Because I be telling him, you set a time, you set a date and everything, and now she has to wait until you move out. Anyhow, whatever. Oh, he's nice and he's honest and she likes him, so I never seen him. He was in the show. That's my rant for the day. Yeah, I think he's the Generation Z. Must be. Probably around Jenny's age. Can't deal with the Zeds. So you guys all have a good day, and something's down here charging. I don't know what it is. Stay safe, stay warm, and it's cigarette time.